Welcome back, everybody. Today we're riding the Indian Scout 60. This is a great Sportster bike. This is an ABS option, liquid cooled, plenty of horsepower. So let's talk a little bit about the engine. It's a 900 something cc engine. I will throw the exact specs for that up on the screen because I do not remember exactly what they told me. But this is a close comparison. This is the closest comparison, I should say, that you can make between an Indian and something like, say, a Harley Iron 883. Very quick on the acceleration, very nimble motorcycle. Handling is just fantastic. I mean, I can lean this thing over pretty darn far. So the engine has plenty of power, plenty of acceleration, much more so than my Vulcan. And my Vulcan is also liquid cooled, but coming from a liquid cooled 650 up to a liquid cooled 900 something. You would expect the power to be much greater, and it is. Let's talk about styling. Indian has a new Scout called the Scout Bobber. If you guys haven't seen it, take a look at it. They have the Scout 60, which I'm riding, and the Scout Bobber. The Scout and the Scout Bobber have the same engine. It's about a 1,100 something, and the Scout 60 just has a 900 something. So Indian made this bike so they could compete in flat track racing, which you have to be under 1,000 cc's to be able to do. So they came out with this at like 989 or something right close to that 1,000 mark, so they could compete. But the difference between the looks, I would say between the Scout and the Scout 60, not a whole lot of difference in the realm of looks. However, the Scout Bobber looks amazing. I simply chose not to ride the Scout Bobber because it was uncomfortable. The seat is horrible on the Scout Bobber. Just sitting on it at the dealership, it was insanely uncomfortable. So I decided not to do that. But the seat on the Indian Scout and the Scout 60, therefore, very comfortable, very good seating position. Handlebars don't come quite as far back as on the Vulcan, but they are still back to me. They're not drag bars. And so they are very comfortable. The riding position puts me in a feeling of total control over this motorcycle. It is a great feeling. Going with styling, we have a gauge here, which you can see analog speedo with a digital gear indicator, and you can switch that between TAC and trip A, trip B, fuel mileage, all that good stuff. It is a very lightweight bike. It's heavier than the Vulcan, but not by terribly much. At least I don't notice it. The seat height is much lower than my Vulcan, so it is insanely easy to flat foot this thing at a stop. Not even a question there. I'm going to tilt the camera down a little bit so you guys can hopefully get a better look at the bike as I'm riding. Without a windshield, my GoPro tends to get blown back and up a little bit. There is no jerkiness to the throttle. The throttle response is smooth and sublime. It's instant power, and it's incredibly smooth with the roll-on. And the roll-off. Just everything is very smooth. Engine braking, Very smooth. Very low to the ground. You can see my knees are bent pretty well when I'm flat footing here. Very low seat height. Very comfortable seat. Doesn't pinch your legs when you're getting your feet out and down. The exhaust note is very nice. Not quite as deep and loud as a larger bike like the Indian Chief Dark Horse. Handling. Can lean over pretty far. I did scrape my foot. The boot. I scraped my boot. I didn't necessarily scrape peg, but I did scrape boot. Leaning through one of the turns on my test ride. And if I had to say I was riding my Vulcan there, I don't think I would have scraped my Vulcan. I don't think I would have scraped my boot on the ooh, the Love Shack. Anyway, yeah, I don't think I would have scraped my boot on the Vulcan. So the pegs are a bit lower on here, but still very comfortable. So we've talked a little bit about the engine, the looks, the handling, the styling. Overall, this is a great beginner to intermediate bike, or a great Sportster-like bike for an advanced rider. Good power, good handling, very comfortable seating and riding position. That's going to do it for this quick test ride video, guys. I hope you guys found this useful. If you like this video and the other stuff on my channel, please subscribe to the channel. That helps me out so much. You guys have no idea. And if you really like the videos, hit the little bell icon to get notifications when new videos are available. I try to post a new video at minimum every Friday, and then sometimes I give you guys an extra Tuesday video as well. So keep that notification system on to be updated when I make those videos for you. And if you guys wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up button, that feeds my ego, and I really, really like it. It's a great ego boost. Until next time, y'all, be careful out there. Ride safe, ride on, and I will catch all of you later. Deuces.